Hello, folks. Got a quick update video here because we have a new event that's out. It's gonna go on for 24 days, so, you know, no panic. It's not like a 24-hour alert or anything like that. But I figured I want to get a video out as fast as possible because there's actually a lot of stuff to buy, a lot of good stuff. So we gonna get cracking on this right away. It's called the Knights of Naberus event. It's the Warframe Halloween themed event. You've already seen that there's been like some Day of the Dead skins for certain stuff that you have been able to buy. And now they have a new thing for this event. It's on demos. This is a store event, so there's no sort of like new content. You can even see the little pumpkin head here to just hint at you that you're supposed to go here for the event. Also up here in the mission select, you also have like a quick Knights of Naberus. You can just click here to just go to Necrodisc right away. This one does not have any sort of dedicated content tied to it. It's just like they've cracked open a store where you can go and you can buy some stuff for this event, and you can buy some good stuff. You can buy some good stuff for a new player. A lot of these rewards are the same rewards as they used to use in Operation Plague Star. Unclear if Operation Plague Star is being phased out or if this is just going to be like sort of in addition to that. We'll see. So Operation Plague Star is an event that runs on Earth once per year, usually, where you fight against a hotted up version of Lephantis, fight against Vehek, and, you know, get some cool rewards. But now they've put some of these rewards here instead, and for a new player there's a lot of juicy stuff here. There's a lot of juicy stuff. So we're gonna go to Daughter.
It's Naberus. You do know what that is, right? The ancient Awoken festival of death, darkness, and deviance? The happiest time of the entire year! I've dug out all the old family decorations. Take a look. One of them even tells a story.
So that's a little hint to what you should be buying. So she's doing a sort of Statue of Liberty thing with bloody handprints on because, hey, Yorkin are messed up. Has she just been jamming sort of like glass shards into her head? Hard to tell. Anyway, she's got a new thing right now here. It's called Naberus Treats. This is the new store that's going to be on for this event, and this is where you can buy the stuff.
Ghoulish little knickknacks have been in the family for generations. I can't just give them away.
So there's some really nifty stuff here. That I'm gonna talk about, like what you should be buying or what you should be focusing on. If you like Ephemeras, look here, you can get like bats flying away from you. It's just a cool like sort of cosmetic thing. Stuff like that. Always good to find as a new player to just get access to stuff like this, but you don't have to spend platinum on it. Same with like some glyphs. If you want to use some cool glyphs, I like this one. I'm probably going to get this one for myself. A nice sigil. You can't really see it all that good behind my blocky thing here, but that's probably another sort of nice little decoration thing you can deck out your Warframe with. It is a Day of the Dead skin for your Necromech if you have one. Look at this. This is hot. God damn. That's got some Coco aesthetics right there. Love it. But also, a color palette, and any opportunity for a free-to-play player or a new player to just get more colors for their Warframe is very nice. I definitely recommend you grinding out the mother tokens so that you can get this color palette. It's got some nice oranges, some nice purples, some nice greens. These are some of my favorite colors. I actually, just from the look of this, I love this color palette. Probably going to use it for a ton of stuff myself. They have this ephemera, which is so sexy. Look at this. You get your Spider-Man spider webs under your arms. And it's not just under your arms, but like everywhere. It's gross. Look at all these spider webs, man. This ephemera looks so nasty and so cool, and it's one of the coolest ephemeras they've ever made. Holy shit. Like this is gonna take Fashion Frame to a whole new level. I recommend everyone to get this. God damn, look at this. This looks so goddamn cool. Man. Then we come to the actual sort of like, just, you know... Well, we can talk about some Day of the Dead skins as well. Graham Prime is a very popular weapon, so getting a Day of the Dead skin for that is nice. The Bosmu is a pretty cool rifle. A lot of people use that. Getting a nice skin for that, also nice. Then we come to the things that are normally found in Operation Plaguestar, which is the Plague Zaw parts and 2 of the Exodia Zaw Arcanes. So Zaw Arcanes, these are Arcanes that you can only equip in specifically a Zaw, that sort of melee weapon. Exodia Epidemic and Exodia Contagion, they're pretty okay, they're pretty good. They definitely have some use cases. Then you have the Zaw parts, which are Plague parts, and specifically like these 2 strikes. So if you don't know, when you build a Zaw, it's the strike that you can get sort of like mastery points for leveling it up. So if you want to like raise your mastery level and you want to get all the Zaws, and specifically this one, the Plague Crit Bath, is very popular because it has innate viral damage. So if you use this strike to build a Zaw, that Zaw is going to do a bit of viral damage with every attack it does. Viral is currently considered like the standalone strongest status effect, so that's just good by itself. There are certain like endgame builds that don't use viral damage on their melee attack, whatever. Unless you're going for those super endgame builds that are very specific in how you build them, this is going to be very good. If you craft a Zaw with a Plague Crit Bath, you're going to be very happy about that. You're going to be very happy about that. And as always, if you put this on like a one-handed grip, you'll get a rapier. And if you put it on a two-handed grip, you'll get a polearm. So, you know, you can just choose whatever you want to for like your playstyle, what you would rather have it be. That's fine. And then we have finally this one, the Whispering Naberus Mobile Alabama, which is a decoration for your orbiter. And specifically this decoration, you're supposed to be able to interact with it, and it should tell you a cool story about Naberus. So let's do that, shall we? Let's pick that up. Now, as you can see, I bought this. I bought this for mother tokens. I don't know if you have done your demo stuff yet, but let me explain how you get these mother tokens to access this store and buy this stuff. Now,
Happy Naberus!
Every part of the Entrati family here on Deimos has different tokens that they give out for doing various tasks. This is Kaylee, she's the daughter. If you want her tokens, you have to fish. You have to fish, and then you have to trade fish parts for her tokens. So that's her.
Until next time.
Indeed. And like over here, you have the sun. For him, you have to do animal conservation, and he will trade you sun tokens, stuff like that. Mother tokens, you get from Mother. She's over here. It's bounties.
Interested in bounties, are you?
Indeed. Run bounties in Deimos and you will get Mother tokens. That's it. That's all you gotta do is just run bounties. You can run isolation vaults. You get a little bit of Mother tokens, but that's not really why you do isolation vaults. And then you have, just like in any open world, your level 5 to 15, level 15 to 25, 25 to 30, etc, etc. And you can see here in the top how many Mother tokens that you get for running these bounties. So as you can see, definitely want to go for the high level ones if you want a ton of them. So I'm gonna, you can do the level 40 to 61, which is the highest normal one, which will give you like an average of 119 Mother tokens for running this. There's also the Steel Path version, if you want to run it at an even higher level. If you can't do that, that's 150 Mother tokens for completing the entire cycle. And you probably have to chuck in somewhere between 10 and 15 minutes per one of these. So that's pretty much what you're looking at. You're looking at like 100 mother tokens for about 10 minutes of work, if you can run the highest levels. If you can run lower level bounties, then maybe double that. Maybe you want to look at like 20 minutes for 100 mother tokens. Something like that. So then when you look at the rewards and what they cost, they're actually kind of reasonable. The Gram skin, yeah, you run one high level bounty, you get that. These plague parts, same thing. You can probably run, say, 2 bounties, and you can get like 1 of each. That's fine. The Exodias, the Arcanes, you probably have to buy quite a lot of them, unfortunately. Like, if you want to upgrade it to max level, you need like 19 of them, and they cost 50 each. So, you know, that's probably the heftiest sort of thing that you can spend your money on. Glyphs are fine, they cost almost nothing. Yeah, sure, it's 125 mother tokens for the color palette, but just run like 2 bounties, and you'll have it. That's fine. Same with this Ephemera. Run like 2 bounties or 3 bounties, you have that. It's actually kind of reasonable. It's not that bad, this grind. It's fairly... Especially since this event is gonna go on for like 24 days. You're gonna have time to grind out your mother tokens and get everything like in this shop. If you put your effort into it, which you should. These are very good rewards. Now, a lot of people obviously are going to notice that, unlike Operation Plague Star, there's one thing kind of missing from the store. In Operation Plague Star, you did have the opportunity to buy a fully built Forma with the rewards from that event. That is not in this store, which is unfortunate. But
You know where to find me.
Always remember, they've never sort of come out and said that like Operation Plague Star is going away or that they're not going to bring that back. So they might still do Operation Plague Star sometime later on. But for now, this is what we got. And for now, this one does not have the fully built Forma. It is a sadness. It is a sadness, but we have to accept that that's the way it is. Now, before we end this video, how about we plop down that decoration and and learn a bit more about Naberus. So I think we go to equipment, orbiter, decorate. Yeah, that's where we do it. Then we're gonna place a decoration, and I don't know, it should be here somewhere. Let me know if you can see it. Let me know in the comment section if you can see my Naberus. Ah, there we go. The Whispering Naberus Mobile. Here it is. And then, I guess, oof. Okay, we can figure this out. Okay, I placed it. Now I should be able to, yes, we get to hear a nice story about Naberus.
Would you like to hear a story for Naberus? One that I told my grandchildren when they were small. Very well. Long ago, in the awoken days, a golden people lived in spoiled luxury. If a body wore out, why, they would take a new one as easily as plucking a maprico. Such was the mystery of the Kuva. So, what became of death and disease? Oh, they were abundant, but not for the awoken. They were above petty death. Such was their contempt that they decreed a special day on which to make fun of it. On Naberus, the night of memory, the shining people laughed at death. They dressed in costumes that recalled the old days of mortality. Skulls, grinned, always guttered with demon lights. For one night, beauty was banished. Rot and monstrosity held sway. Now, on one very special Naberus, 3 pretty Awoken were bored, as Awoken so often were. Naberus no longer holds its magic for me, sighed one. Masks and costumes are for children, grumbled another. Why follow the crowd, mused the third. Are we not the very elite of the elite? Ha ha! Up, my Kissingtons, my luscious loves. Send for blue coother and hot lights. I have a sport that will mend all. And in the corridor, behind a curtain, a solitary silent girl heard them and said nothing. Then the 3 were very wicked. For what do you think they did? Down into the streets they went, and they caught 3 poor Ostrans and bore them back to their gilded halls. One they peeled like a fruit and decked out with glassy splinters, and his naked jaws went chitter-chatter-snap. And it echoed all around. Scarlet footprints he left. Another's limbs they twisted and wrenched his neck, and made a bundle of him until he scuttled upsy-downsy like a horrid crab, with his sockets all empty and his stretched-out nose snuffling. The third they pulled thin in hand and foot. She walked spindly-wise on long tiptoes like a spider, and her entrails hung delicately down. She whispered, split-tongued and hissing as she went. Fine costumes we've made, chortled the 3 Awoken. Let us now try them on and visit our friends. What shrieking there will be! Oh, our names will live forever in the court for such a prank as this. Now, the silent girl brought them their blue coother, so they could take on these twisted bodies for only a short time before returning to their own. They drank and slept and woke in their 3 horrid forms. Off they went down the stairs, out the door, into the city, into the night of banners and masks and wild hilarity. Chitter-chatter-snap, scuttle-buttle, whispery-hispery. As you can imagine, there were many screams and laughs. Such cleverness, such wit. But in a high room of the tower, the silent girl looked at the faces of the 3 sleeping Awoken. She went and opened a little ivory door that she was not supposed to know about, and drew forth a flask that she would have been glassed for even looking at. A flask of crimson coother, the scarlet seal upon continuity, permanent. And she tipped it down 3 cruel throats. With a little laugh, she went skating away, never to return. There were many screams that Naberus night, but when the sun came up, none screamed so loud as the 3 who found that they were trapped in the hideous bodies they themselves had fashioned for ever and ever. So, listen carefully, Tenno, and beware, for you may hear them coming tonight. Whispery hispery on long stalking bones, scuttle buttle with his eyes all empty, and skinless, dripping handed, chitter chatter snap. Happy Naberus.
Ooh, that's spooky. So do you think if I turn around, they'll be there? No. No, they are not there. Now, are they gonna do a thing with this? Are they gonna do a thing with like, maybe some sort of encounter? They're gonna show up sometime in the orbiter. Who knows? Who knows? Ah, that would be fun if they did something with that. I don't know. Or maybe it's just supposed to be like a spooky story. We'll see. We'll see. It would be fun if they did something with that, and it was just like not just a spooky story. But I guess I shouldn't get my hopes up too much. Anyway, that's it. That's it for this little mini event. Just check out that store. Do your bounties. Get them rewards. Get the glyph. Get the sigil. Get the color palette. Definitely get that sexy spiderweb ephemera. And if you don't already have them, absolutely get the plague Zaw parts. They can make a very good melee weapon for you if you don't already have one. It's gonna be probably the best melee weapon that you have. I'm just saying. Super worth it. So, get to it. You got 24 days.